Action.
Peter Grongstad, welcome to Liverpool Football Club. How do you feel?
Thank you so much. It's a real honor to be here, I have to say, but yeah, of course it's not true, but I thought it would be important to dream a little bit big in the introduction, which is very important, of course. So yeah.
So why are we here today and doing the first interview?
Yeah, so we are here doing the first interview. It was an idea that came up on my mind 2-3 years ago, and yeah, I had a vision of how it would look, and yeah, now we are here today making it a reality, and yeah, it feels like doing the right thing in the right moment, which is very important in life, of course. If you feel something is right to do, then yeah, just go for it, and yeah, and strike when the time is right and the opportunity is there. But yeah, why we are here is that yeah, I have decided that I want to make my life better and hopefully other people's lives better as well along the way if I can. So yeah, I decided that I have decided to quit my full-time job. So yeah, it's not a popular decision, not an easy decision, but I felt it needed to happen at one point, and yeah, now we are here.
Where do you go from here?
Where do we go from here? Yeah, so today is like the first step on a new journey, on a new path. So I'm not gonna sit here and promise this and that, but yeah, what we want to create is a successful story, of course. It's completely normal when you start something new, like we are doing here today, that we have some problems and some challenges that we need to solve, but that's part of the process as well. But yeah, a life without challenges is very easy and boring, so yeah, we need challenges in order to grow and yeah, to become better human beings. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and promise that from tomorrow on everything is changed like this, like lightning, like speed. Success does not work like this. Success is something that you have to work for in the long run. But yeah, but if you could like see something of it, like the first interview we are doing here today, if you could see something of that tomorrow or next week, that would be very, very cool, I think.
What is success to you?
What is success to me? So yeah, success to me would be to grow and develop your character into the best version of yourself. That's my opinion. And yeah, to develop and create a life that you want. Yeah, try and help other people along the way as well, if you can do that. Yeah, to talk about big things in life, talk about the difficult things. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, but yeah, it's a challenge as well. But I'm not a guy for the easy way. I'm not interested in this.
You like to talk about growth and development. Why is that so important to you?
Yeah, so growth and development is very important because, yeah, what can I say? So sometimes in life you have yeah, things don't work out the way you planned it, and you have some painful experiences. That's normal, of course. It's a part of life. It's a part of being alive as well. But yeah, the most important thing is that you, yeah, when you have failures, that you ask, okay, why did this happen, and that you learn from it, and then that you grow from it. In my own case, it was, how can I say, I was very focused on getting an education, getting a job, having the career that I wanted, so much that I forgot to take care of myself in that process, really. But yeah, I guess that happens to everyone at some point. But yeah, we are all very, very busy in our life trying to keep up with what society expects from us, what other people demands from us. Sometimes that we forget ourselves in that process, but yeah, becoming better in life takes time, like any other development. To become an adult takes time, to become better in sports takes time, to become better at an education takes time. So everything takes time, and so in my opinion, I think what people don't give time is their own development, because yeah, they want to see the success here and now, but as I said earlier, it doesn't work like this. Success is something that you have to work for in the long run. But the most important thing is that we can start our development today and tomorrow. So yeah.
What are some lessons you have learned along your life journey so far?
Yeah, some lessons I've learned so far in life. In my opinion, I would say like yeah, putting time, money, and effort into your own personal development. I would say, because yeah, if you grow and become better, you can also help other people to become better as well. Yeah, it's kind of a very cliche thing to say, but it's very, very true. Another one, I would say modeling, like study successful people. What do they do? What habits do they have? What language do they use? How do they think, behave, and all things like that? And yeah, then you try and learn from them, and then you have to like adapt it to your own idea of the person you want to become for yourself. You are allowed to choose the person you want to become for yourself. And of course, there have been lived so many lives on this planet Earth that we have already found some principles that work and some that does not. So yeah, you don't have to invent the wheel again. I guess that's my point. So those are some of the lessons I have learned yeah, in my life so far.
Let's talk about making a decision. Why is that so powerful?
Yeah, so now I worked from age 18 until 30, and I felt and I decided that now is the right moment to try something completely new. And yeah, if you don't like what you have, you can always change it. But yeah, it comes down to making a decision and work for it long term, whether it is, yeah, as we mentioned, a job, an education, a project, or even a relationship. It's something you have to work for long term. But yeah, but after you have made the decision, you kind of have to commit and resolve that yeah, whether it is hard or easy, you do this for the long term, as I said. And if you for example take a look at your life today, you can see that you are where you are today because of the decisions you made in the past. For example, what are you doing for a living? Who did you spend time with? Yeah, who did you, for example, decide to marry? Are you going to have kids or not? So those decisions shapes who you are today. And yeah, if you could like go back in time and made another decision, you would have ended up in a completely different path, place, or road, or whatever. But so the point, so that when you look on making a decision that way, it's like very powerful because yeah, you see how decisions shapes your destiny, you can say. So it's important to like be conscious about making decisions. And yeah, but what usually stops us from making a decision is fear. Fear is like the number one enemy, you can say. But yeah, we all have fears at some level. It's part of life. It's part about being alive, you can say. So, but yeah, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of fear of not being enough, fear of not being loved, fear of criticism, fear of loneliness, fear of not looking good. So yeah, the list goes on and on. But but what's kind of interesting is that when you step into the fear a little bit, it somehow dissipates and you learn something new and you grow from it, and that's very exciting. So I like the sentence that goes like, do something every day that scares you a little bit. Doesn't have to be big, can be something small, but what you want is to kind of just push out of that comfort zone a little bit each day, so that you can grow a little bit each day. That's my interpretation of that sentence. So yeah. The final question is, what is your message to those who are watching this interview? So yeah, the classic first interview question. I love it. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I wanted, of course, to say to change from doubter to believer, but that one was already taken, so I had to come up with something else. So I decided to go with follow your heart and your intuition. The answers are inside of you already. All you need to do is ask, and you will find answers that you seek for your life. I believe. I thought it sounded good, so I decided to go with that. So yeah, we are getting close to the end. You have a challenge you want to announce? Yes, I do. I have a challenge I want to announce. So I decided that from 1st of August until 17th of September, I am going to do going to do a 48 days challenge. I'm going to do the Lord of the Rings Virtual Conqueror Challenge, which is a total distance of 1,061 kilometers. It will be covered by exercising, running, or walking. It's quite a challenge, I have to say, but we will see what we can do. So yeah, the journey starts in the Shire, and then it goes to Rivendell, where the fellowship is established. Then further through the mines of Moria, and then we eventually reach the Eye of Sauron, hopefully. And after that, the last and toughest milestone towards Mordor and Mount Doom. So yeah. Exciting, and yeah, quite a challenge, I have to say. But yeah, the purpose for doing this challenge is to do a fundraise for a charity named Claire's Place Foundation for cystic fibrosis support. It was created by Claire Wineland, which unfortunately it's no longer with us. She passed away 2nd of September 2018. She only became 21 years or only 21 years old because of cystic fibrosis, of course. So I remember discovering Claire back in 2019, and I was watching her video on YouTube entitled "I Need Help," and yeah, I got very emotional from that video. She touched my heart really. When I was watching the video, I did not knew that she has passed away already, of course, but yeah, she became an inspiration for me for like how to live your life while you have it, because yeah, even yeah, because she had a permanent illness like cystic fibrosis. She from early age knew that she would have or would yeah, that she would have less time on this planet Earth than the average human being, you can say. So time is something we take for granted sometimes. So yeah, she was a big inspiration. So and yeah, when I watched the video that day, I I did like decide that I wanted to give back to her charity one day, and also in form of an effort and doing a fundraise. And I felt that came together now with this and the Lord of the Rings Virtual Conqueror Challenge. So yeah, you can easily find the video on YouTube if you want to check it out. Yeah, it was very powerful to watch. So, but yeah, it's good that I can do this now and sort of, yeah, you can call it return the favor back to Claire for being such an inspiration. So yeah, the goal for this fundraise is to raise $1,000 within this challenge window. So I was thinking within this challenge window to run Trondheim Marathon and Oslo Marathon. I will do the half marathons and I will run for the cause, of course, which will be fun. We will see. It's quite a challenge. And I was thinking at some point in August, if we can make it happen, to walk from Trondheim city to Oslo, in order to complete some of the distance within this challenge. I was also thinking maybe we could do some live streaming, or that I share the progress along the way on I don't know, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. We will see what we can do. I have not sorted that part out yet, but yeah, it will mean a lot to me if you would like, share, subscribe, comment, or whatever. But of course, that's not the most important thing. So the most important thing is that if you would consider making a donation to Claire's Place Foundation, that will mean a lot to me. And yeah, quite a challenge. We will see what we can do. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for the help and the support, and I hope to see you guys along the way from the Shire to Mordor. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and have an awesome day. So yeah, the first interview, I guess it's in the bag. We are finally through, you can say. So I have to give a big thank you to Jonas for helping me out with this. It was a big pleasure. So yeah, I see you guys later.